Successful business owners consider emotional intelligence as an important characteristic of successful people. You see, successful business owners are always interested in trying to figure out how they can better understand themselves, and in the process of understanding themselves, be able to understand others. Now, unsuccessful business owners do not really connect and really understand what emotional intelligence is about. I mean, I think they probably understand at a high level. It's about being able to read people, perhaps, being able to read body language, perhaps. But do they ever really make a concerted effort to increase their emotional intelligence? Most of the time, they don't. So what I want to do with you right now is give you the specific criteria you can rank yourself against so that you know exactly what to do to move forward. So number one, I want you to consider that emotional intelligence is very much tied to being an effective communicator. So evaluate your ability to simplify ideas to make them easily understood, your ability to use the right words and use language the way it was meant to be used to communicate your ideas, and to be able to do this through multiple different formats, whether you are communicating through the written word, or you are communicating orally, or you are communicating through video and you start to use body language. So effective communication skills is a hallmark of somebody with high emotional intelligence. I want you to rank yourself from 1 to 10. Go ahead and do that now. The next factor is understanding human motivators. In order for you to have high emotional intelligence, you need to be really good at understanding why somebody does what they do. It's also important for you to know why you do what you do to keep yourself highly motivated. Understanding emotional motivation is very, very key. Rank yourself from 1 to 10 on your ability to, 1, evaluate why others do what they do and read people, and number 2, evaluate your own level of understanding why you do what you do. The next factor is being in control of your emotional state. This means choosing to respond to circumstances in a careful manner, as opposed to having a knee-jerk reaction. Being able to control your emotional state can sometimes be challenging. Admittedly, I have had my own challenges with controlling my temper on occasion. I think all of us can relate to that. But we need to be able to do so, because we are not at our best when we lose control of our emotional state. People with high emotional intelligence have the ability to do so, and so can you. Another aspect of emotional intelligence is your ability to persuade others. Think of how you have persuaded others in the past and ask yourself how successful you have been. Being able to persuade others using and understanding human motivation, as well as being able to present logic, is critical depending on who it is you are working with. Let's move on to our next topic. Successful business owners are authentic and only want to express who they are to the world. I really want you to consider this idea and look at the words that I'm using. They are authentic and they want to express. They have inside of them a message that they want to communicate to a marketplace, a message of a solution, a product, a service. They have a message that they want to communicate that they passionately believe in. If they're a speaker or they're an author or they're a consultant, they have something inside of them that burns with desire to want to communicate it because they love what they do. They are enthusiastic about how they can add value in the marketplace, and they authentically want to share this with others. Now, unsuccessful business owners are too busy trying to impress others that they fail to authentically express who they are. You can notice these individuals because they're always flashing their money, flashing their cars, flashing everything they have around them because unfortunately, they derive their self-esteem from various objects that they surround themselves with, as opposed to having internal self-esteem for who they are and what they stand for. Unsuccessful people are name dropping. They like to show who they know because again, they don't feel that they're enough. So I want you to really focus on being someone who expresses yourself as opposed to somebody who's trying to impress others. Now, don't get me wrong. When we are successful in life and we do well, sharing that with others in a way that it adds joy to life, there's nothing wrong with that. But it comes down to what's that underlying motivator? What's that underlying motivator? Are we trying to get people to turn their head and look at us and say, look at me? Or are we trying to direct attention to a more meaningful subject that we can focus on to improve the quality of life by expressing ourselves? So I want you to now ask yourself these questions. As a business owner, is your focus to express who you are and how you can help your customer? Or to impress industry contacts about how smart you are? Or to impress fellow colleagues about how smart you are? Do you hire employees who are authentic and want to express their skills to serve customers? Or are you hiring people who are always jockeying, trying to figure out how they can climb that corporate ladder and impress the next manager in the process? See, that's what you want to be looking for. I know individuals who are constantly changing jobs. They're not my close friends, don't get me wrong. They're always jockeying for a new position. They barely ever get comfortable in one position to add value before they start looking for another position. You do not want to be like these individuals. Express yourself, be authentic, and don't focus on trying to impress others. Let your results speak for themselves.